I'm Chelsea Hunter and welcome to Working for Green. It's an exciting time to go green as more and more people are using the Earth's resources more efficiently. Going green is also having a major impact on people's lifestyles. They're eating organic and locally produced foods, reducing energy consumption, and developing a greater awareness about the impact their choices are having on the planet. And now more than ever before, people are working for green, finding innovative ways to save money and also make money during these challenging economic times. And they're helping the environment in the process. Today, Susan Nieslas will show us some of these amazing people who are working for green. An amazing group of dog lovers in New River, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix, raised enough money to build the greenest dog park in America. They're just one example of how green pays in many ways.
There weren't enough funds in the city to be able to do this, but we decided to open it up ourselves. You know how they say where there's a will, there's a way? Well, we definitely had the will and we found the way, so here we are.
Hey, Michelle, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
You're one of the founders of this special place. Why did you get involved?
You know, I had this puppy and he had a ton of energy and he needed to run. And when we started working on this, we said, why not make it green? Why not make it solar? Why not make it reusable? Why not help the environment? And I think we've accomplished our goal. Jackass Park, what makes us special is our name, first of all, Jackass. But secondly is we are the first green dog park in the United States. We're completely powered by solar power. On the top here is our solar panels, and that provides electricity for our security system and to pump all the water from a well, a local well, into the dog park. We have fountains and then we have drinking water for the dogs. Every single piece of furniture and wood here is from fallen trees. We actually have outside these cans to recycle, soda cans. The artificial turf, it's all been recycled either from college stadiums or NFL stadiums. So, you know, maybe we had an NFL pro playing on one of these. People really wanted this dog park and they would give 10, 15, 20, and some people actually gave a couple of $1,000s to get the park going.
And you raised how much?
We raised $20,000, which was very difficult, but you know, we managed to do it and we're very proud of that fact. We have 257 dogs. We actually don't know how many humans that is. We count by dogs.
One of the great things about Jackass Park is not only does it bring friends like Luke together to play with other dogs, but it also builds community and brings the dog owners together and helps them meet people. Why do you come to this park?
This gives my dog the opportunity to be socialized, so when I'm walking them, they don't jump at other dogs. When I come to the dog park, I meet a lot of people here that have the same mindset that I do about socialization, getting your dogs friendly. We have all recyclable poop scoopers. And the bags that are in there to collect the poop is all recyclable.
So you take what you learn from the dog
Here,
park?
and take it at home, and when you poop or scoop at home, you use the recyclables and not those terrible grocery store bags.
So both the dogs and the dog owners have a new leash on life, right?
Absolutely. I'm much happier now that I'm coming to the dog park.
Did you know that there are fewer than 100 green dog parks in America? Conventional parks can cost up to $85,000 to build. The green dog park we just toured, made mostly of recyclable materials, costs only $20,000 to construct. And Jackass Acres Green Dog Park works hard to lessen their ecological footprint by composting toxic dog waste. Happy dogs equals happy humans, and green dog parks equals a happy planet. Coming up, we'll visit the world's largest laundromat. They're helping to create a cleaner, more sustainable future, one load at a time. This is Working for Green. I'm your host, Chelsea Hunter. We recently visited a unique green dog park in Arizona that not only saves money, but also promotes the benefits of being eco-friendly. But they aren't the only ones who are getting a kickstart on the sustainability movement. All over the country, Americans are becoming more environmentally responsible by reducing household energy and recycling more. Small business owners are also finding financial success in the process.
sun is up, we're making money or we're saving money. It doesn't matter.
And you're heating all the machines.
And we're heating all the machines, sometimes for 6-8 hours in a row without the boiler ever going on. The solar system saves us about $25,000 to $30,000 a year on the price of natural gas. And that's our biggest savings, but we also use compact fluorescent lights here, CFLs, and our savings on that is about $600 a month, which for a $9,000 investment is about a year and a half payback.
It's after 6 o'clock at night, the sun's going down, and yet you're still getting great heat coming in thanks to the solar panels.
Yeah, we're still getting about 80, 85 degrees with the solar system, which means that the water coming from the city is coming into the store at 55. The solar system is heating it to 85. The boiler is going to add the remaining 35 degrees to get us to 120. So the solar system is giving us about half of what we need right now. The average customer saves 10% on their visit here. So 10%, and it happens 52 times a year for most of them. We try to create a connection so that people keep coming back. And so a lot of what we do is geared around making people feel comfortable and special.
Thank you.
There you go. So how are you doing today, Ophelia?
Fine, thank you.
Wednesday night from 5 to 7, we'll give out 46 pizzas worth. Christmas, we play Santa Claus. During the summer, we have a Read to Ride program whereby kids can win a bike. Last year, we gave away 20 bikes, and over 10,000 books were read as part of the program.
I really like doing my homework here. It's nice, calm. When I finish, I like going back to the games. And sometimes I like meeting new friends. It's really fun watching the birds fly.
I think there's been a mistake in saying that green costs money. I think green saves. I mean, right now, we're planning on a second location, and we're going to be very green, and it's all about saving money.
Winter temperatures in Illinois often drop below 0 degrees. But even on the coldest days, the world's largest laundromat solar panels produce a steady 600,000 gallons of hot water. And they've estimated that their carbon solar savings are equal to planting 56 acres of trees annually. Clean clothes, clean energy, higher profits is all good news for the world's largest laundromat. We're seeing more counties and states climbing onto the Ecopreneur bandwagon too. They're leading the charge when it comes to enhancing, protecting, and promoting the environmental health and well-being of people in their communities while improving their bottom line. Let's travel with Susan as she visits a prison boot camp that's growing fresh vegetables and planting seeds of change in the lives of its young inmates.
So by raise of hands, how many guys are here because they have more than one conviction?
My name is Nestor Lopez. I'm actually born and raised here in Chicago. I'm 25 years old. And the reason why I'm incarcerated right now is because I chose to sell drugs after I couldn't find a job.
No preservatives, nothing added, just straight organic from the ground.
So what's your favorite vegetable?
My favorite vegetable is the cherry tomato.
All right.
Yeah, the cherry tomato or fresh carrots that we have growing here.
Excellent. What's your favorite vegetable?
Favorite is cucumbers, man.
And how many varieties do we have here? How many varieties of vegetables have you grown?
Got carrots.
Two different types of beets.
Two different
white
types of beets,
and red
carrots, lettuce, spinach. It was some broccoli, cauliflower. My childhood, I guess you could say, most people would say it's the typical sad story. No father.
That was very rare.
Mother was drug addict. The best way to cut cauliflower, which is here in the center, would be to get it all the way at the root. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To good farming.
To good farming.
That's really good. So what do we have here?
This is dinosaur kale.
These guys have never seen anything through to the end. They start something, and it's so very convenient for them to stop, or so very convenient for them to take a side turn, which leads them nowhere. When they're here, and specifically with the garden, they get a chance to plant things, they get a chance to nurture them, they get a chance to see them grow, and they get a chance to see the end of what they have done and what they can do. If you put forth effort, if you take time, if you put some love and caring into something you really want to achieve, that you can achieve something greater than you thought to begin with. And that's the philosophy of this place.
And you're giving that food to people who are really in need as well.
Yes, we do. We try to give it to the Chicago Food Depository and or homeless shelters. It's not just a garden, it is a farm. It's something growing, and growing means giving.
What kind of career could you see yourself in?
I could see myself in landscaping, designing. Like as a child, I was also interested in the program of architecture. You know, designing front yards would be my interest.
The grass is greener on this side, you know, on this side of life. So it's very symbolic when you look at it because, I mean, as you nurture the ground, it nurtures you as well. Let's work hard for what you want. You know, it's better that way. And I plan to carry that message on to, you know, children and, you know, generations to come.
Since its inception in 2009, more than 120 inmates have gone through the gardening program at Cook County Sheriff's Boot Camp. Their leafy greens have contributed over 23,000 pounds of produce to the jail's kitchen and 12,000 pounds of food to low-income residents in Chicago. Their facility has created a jobs program to help transition inmates into a greener, healthier way of living. Keep it up, boot campers! Stay tuned to see how one Southern California school introduced environmental-based curriculum to eliminate bullying. I'm Chelsea Hunter. So far, we've shown that whether it's a green laundromat or a group of inmates growing along with their crops, Americans are clearly taking the initiative to learn more, conserve more, and find creative ways to save money, make money, improve their health, and help the environment too. One amazing Southern California high school principal is working for green in a new and exciting way. She has dedicated herself to making sure her students understand the connection between the health of the planet and healthy self-respect.
I was bullied all throughout middle school by supposedly one of my best friends. She cyberbullied me. She basically told me that I should die and nobody would miss me.
I used to go to a Christian middle school, and I was verbally harassed. I was harassed through phone calls, through texts. On my MySpace profile, I couldn't log in without finding, you know, comments and messages and stuff like that because I'm gay. There were things like, you're gonna burn in hell, you're a freak.
How many of you, by a raise of hands, have actually witnessed kids being bullied?
The school is project-based. Kids have to work in teams. They look at issues that go beyond themselves. So they're looking at global issues, they're looking at the environmental issues, the human issue, worldwide. iPoly is a big family. That's what makes us so special. Our kids come from over 40 different cities, over the 4 counties, and they provide their own transportation. Our kids want to be here.
Everybody here is my family. I love it here.
I come to school and I just feel so accepted.
Working on projects that help you concentrate on the bigger picture and help you get to know people better than just like, oh, he sits in math with me, right? He sits behind me in math. I've been in groups with people I wouldn't hang out with on the weekends, right? But through being in a group with them, I get to know them better and I get closer with them because you have to go to their house or they have to come to mine. If you know someone better, it's harder to be mean to them.
If you look at the healing of the earth, you naturally are thinking about healing of yourself and those around you. And no bullying. There's no bullying on this campus. We do a lot in the way of environmental projects. It's a focus essentially throughout our curriculum. We want them, when they move out of high school and into the adult world, we want them to understand that it's their responsibility to take care of their world. It's their responsibility to do that. So that the projects very much so focus in on environmental issues, such as looking at the different energy sources, looking at what are alternative options.
They actually are developing a solar panel that utilizes mirrors to help focus the light on the solar panel.
Focusing on, what's the world going to look like in 10, 20 years? It kind of helps put aside the petty, I don't like what you're wearing, or I don't like who you're hanging out with. We have to work toward bettering the environment.
Okay, so today we're going to be building a solar-powered oven. Hold that there.
Kids need to learn how to mitigate issues while they're working in teams. And a lot of the kids, because of the work that we do, are very comfortable asking for help. This place loves kids. And it's my dream that this type of school will not only exist here, but will exist in other environments.
If you're a student, concerned parent, or teacher who'd like to have a school like this, go to ipolyhighschool.org. They have plenty of resources on their site that can help make your school even better.
While the average high school graduation rate in the United States is just over 70%, iPoly High School has an outstanding 98% graduation rate. And of those students, 75% of them go on to college. In recognition of all that they have done, in March of 2009, iPoly was recognized as a California Distinguished School by the California Department of Education. Lesson learned. Coming up, we'll profile an individual who's turning sweat into cash one step at a time. Literally. I'm Chelsea Hunter. So far, we've shown 4 inspiring stories of individuals and organizations that are working for green. Next, let's join Susan as she visits the Green Micro Gym in Portland, Oregon, where the actual energy of its members powers the building.
Output is good. I'm starting to work up a sweat. I'm working hard to keep your gym energy efficient. How am I doing that here?
Basically, you're putting out energy. That energy has to go somewhere. And what we're doing is taking that energy and turning it into electricity that goes back into the building. Simple as that.
You're obviously passionate about this, Adam. You've done a tremendous amount of work. Tell me about your background and how you got involved in becoming more eco-friendly, more energy efficient.
Well, I grew up in Washington State, and it's a very eco-friendly state. It's kind of me learning along with everybody else about how we can be more green, because it's not just about creating electricity. So many other things involved.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from your members about why this is important to them? Do they understand what you're doing exactly and how it works?
It seems that they very clearly understand, and really what they say a lot is, it's just so cool to be a part of something like this that is contributing to a more sustainable society.
Working out makes me feel good. I love what it does to me in terms of my mind and my stress. Being able to work out and put electricity back into the system is like an extra bonus. I feel like our communities have to be more sustainable.
It really does feel good to make a difference. You should try it. You just get on the machine and you work for an hour, and it actually goes into this bank of electricity and can do some good, can run some lights and some music and things like that.
What's your advice for consumers who are watching about changes, even small changes that they can make, even if they don't have a gym, that anybody could do in any part of the country?
Well, I think what I've learned more than anything by doing this is that energy is energy, and it takes a lot of energy. You and me are powering a stereo and a laptop right now. That's not really, in the whole grand scheme of things, all that much. So I guess it would really be, my advice would be, look at the things you do and think a little bit about how much energy that takes. And the best thing you can do is turn it off when you're not using it.
A vigorous workout at the Green Micro Gym produces 50 watts of clean electricity. That's enough to power 10 smartphones, 5 laptops, or 5 CFL bulbs. In 2010, the Green Micro Gym generated 36% of their own electricity, combining human and solar power. Now that's a workout. We hope you've enjoyed meeting some of these awesome innovators who are saving money and making money while also protecting Mother Earth. Have they sparked your interest to try something new that can put a little extra cash into your wallet? Remember, these are just a few examples. There are thousands out there. So join us next time as we bring you more stories about people who are working for green. If you'd like more information about what you've seen today, or you would like to submit a story suggestion, log on to workingforgreen.com.